flat right over crest to flat left, and flat right long, easy left over crest, flat right 30, flat left 120, crest.
With Nicky Grist calling out the pace notes and trying to keep his flow of information just one bend ahead of the one Malcolm Wilson is dealing with at any given moment, the pair clung solidly to second place, even if they couldn't catch the Toyota ahead of them on the timesheet, but behind them on the road. And no wonder they couldn't, because Llewellin was going at it maximum as well. With Malcolm Wilson just a few seconds slower on any given stage, Llewellin just wasn't in a position to relax. He was in the lead, but never comfortably in front. And Colin McRae was doing his bit as well. Though he was slower than Wilson on all but 3 of the day's stages, he was never far behind him. Just as he'd done on the cartel, McRae was driving a solid, dependable rally. Kenny McKinstry was doing much the same sort of thing. After Gwyndaf Evans left the rally on SS5, Richard Smythe had taken over command of the showroom category, and his drive up to 5th place overall was causing something of a stir in the front ranks, never mind in Group N. Graham Middleton had suffered with cockpit intercom problems which distorted Kevin Shaw's reading of the pace notes, and he'd overcome his 60-second deficit following a puncture, and by now was beginning to claw his way back up through the field. Håkan Eriksson simply maintained. He maintained his pace, his position and his composure in the changing conditions, and held a steady lead in his class, as well as staying comfortably in the top 10 as the day progressed. Austin McHale was easily the fastest of the local BMW drivers. And as the day went on, their potential to threaten the leaders had decreased considerably, though McHale was far from being out of touch, hanging around the middle of the top 10 and trading times with Bertie Fisher. McHale makes good use of his local knowledge. At least we have to assume that he knew what was on the other side of this crest before he approached it. Fisher too was running hard and using his knowledge of the ground to do it. In fact, Fisher and McHale were clearly the highest and most dramatic over the crest to underline the points once more. Whether either of them would have been as highly placed as they were in the face of a fuller entry list, though, is another question.